Good evening, Emmanuel.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Elisa, how are you?
I'm okay. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Simani,
Good evening, coach.
good evening, Venon. How are you and how is the Copper Belt?
No, we're okay, thanks. How is Lusaka?
No, Lusaka is okay. Quite busy though, but we're
Oh,
okay,
good.
thank you.
Oh, that's good. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Tunga, how are
Thank
you?
you.
Good evening, boss. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good
Okay,
evening,
yeah.
everyone.
My apologies for not meeting you for a month plus. I'm sure about 2 months. I was quite busy. Lisa would actually attest to that. I was extremely busy. But I think now I have a bit of some free time and I pledge my commitment to this particular journey. I'd want to make you very good at using spreadsheets. That is my commitment. You will do the impossible with Microsoft Excel as we move on. You will get to learn certain things that you would not even imagine that Excel can do. Things that you may not even be able to Google and you don't even know where to start from. So those are the things that we'll be looking at. So every time we meet, I'll be pushing in a challenge so that I show you how to sort out certain challenges. These are day-to-day challenges that we face in our workplaces. And we don't even imagine that Excel can actually make our work much, much easier. Last time we met, I don't know how far we went. I think we looked at nested if function, but I wouldn't mind just to look at the logical part of it, just to take you through so that we then now transition to relative and absolute referencing, which I think I must have actually done, though I have forgotten. Once we are done with referencing, we'll look at named range, how you actually name a cell or a range of cells. Then we'll look at a challenge. This will be challenge number 1. As we move on, we'll actually be updating these challenges. Once more, like I said, my apologies that I haven't met you for a month plus. I've been extremely, extremely busy. But I've pledged my time and my commitment to journey with you as you actually become gurus in Excel, which then makes you much, that actually even makes you a bit, not even a bit, it becomes easier for you to actually become a financial modeler because there are two different things. You can learn how to use Excel, but if you are not trained to be a financial modeler, you should not be able to model things at an international standard. Okay, so let's move on, guys. I did mention last time we met, I did actually mention about the if function. I said the if function has 3 components. Has the logical, has the answer. If that condition has actually been met, what is the result? Or else, what do you get? So as 3 functional arguments, it has the logical, if I do like this, tab, control A, it has the logical test. This is basically a component that is dedicated to look at the condition if it has been met. So you come up with a condition. And if that condition has been met, what is the answer? If not, what do you get? I did give you an example of Muriokela. I did mention that if you are actually your father is Bill Gates, if it is true your father is Bill Gates, then the result would be that you'll be a rich, spoiled boy, possibly. If it is Mliokela, I wish you all the best. Okay, we did look at all these funny things. But then, this is how you can actually use your if function. You can create a simple model. A simple model, you have a shop where you do some discounts. You have pricing based on the quantities that anyone that buys 5 and less, the price shall actually be 15 per each component bought or per each unit. If anyone buys more than 6, more than 5, and goes up to 50, the price will be 12. You are discounting it. If anyone buys more than 51, the price will be 10.5. The same concept that you'd see in terms of this Airtel Money, MTN, these mobile money businesses. They have how much they charge you based on how much you actually deposit. So you can use this concept. And here you can actually use your if function. And this is how you do it. First, on Mliokela, I know we looked at this example. If we say equals if tab control A, if we say whatever you get, let me say here, and I6 equals to Mliokela. If it is true, we'll say hard life. Or else good life. So if I come in here, I type Mliokela, it will show me hard life. Anything else, as long as it's not Mliokela, to be good life. If I say it's Bill Gates, it will give me good life. Welcome, Zara.
Hi, sorry, I'm so late. I struggled. My laptop's not working.
It's understandable. We missed you.
I'm using my phone. Where is the video? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I apologize in advance that I haven't met you guys in about 2 months. I was extremely busy, and I hope my apologies have been accepted. My apology has been accepted. Yeah. Okay,
That's fine.
let's move on. I assume it has been accepted.
No.
So
Oh, yes,
this is
no.
how your if
That's
function works.
fine.
Yeah, but then we need to nest it, where we have quite a number of if functions within an if function formula. That is nesting, so that we get what we want. So in this case, we have price per item. In B8, you can actually go into B8. All we are saying is equals if, please type if. The moment you see it in blue, press the tab button, and press Control A so that you activate the function argument box. So when you're in here, you just say equals if. You see it is in blue, and this is the function that I want to pick. Then I press tab. I have an option. If I want to open the function argument box, I can take my cursor to FX here on the formula bar and press the FX. This is option number 1. Or I can do this equals if it is turned in blue, I press tab so that I activate it. Then I hold Control, then press A. I should be able to open the functional box. Have you tried that? At least I need
Yes, it's working.
Yes.
to be unmuted so that I'm able to talk to. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now here, what we have is, what is the logical test? So the logical test here is that anything, if this price here is less or equal to, if those volumes, sorry, the number of items, it is less or equal to B3 where we have a 5. If it is less or equal to B3 where we have a 5. If the value is true, if that condition has been met, the price shall be C3. The price shall be C3. Are we there? Okay. If not, then we nest another if function. And this is how we're going to do it. It's a technique, guys. We'll type if, open bracket, type if, then open bracket. Elizabeth, are you there?
I'm here, coach, following.
Okay, please follow.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if, open bracket, then
Yes.
I'll take my cursor to the formula bar. In between those red brackets. That is where I'll take my cursor in there so that I activate this new if function in here. So I'll do like this. So I've activated a new if function. Then now I have an opportunity to go into another condition. Again, I'll still do the same. I'll say if A8 is less or equal to, then I'll go into, because I was in B3 where we had the maximum volume of 5, but then I'll go into B4 where I have the maximum volume, because the first condition, I've already coded it. So I'm saying if the number of items that has been bought is less or equal to 50, the price shall be C4, which is 12. Or else, I'll pick the last one. I can keep on nesting this. Zara, are we there? Yeah, mute.
Sorry, I'm using my son's MacBook, so I'm trying to go onto my laptop now and open the workbook.
Okay. Okay, no, to still be recorded. This lecture is going to be recorded and you have access to it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Now, this is how Excel works. When you see the last bracket and it's still not black, please know that your board mass is still not complete. So here we need to actually put another bracket so that it turns black. When we do this, then you know that all is well. You can press OK. So if someone comes in your shop and wants to buy or buys 3 items, you expect the price to be 15. If he decides to buy 5, you expect the price to still be 15. If he decides to buy 10, the price will be 12. If he goes on and buys 60 of your items in the shop, the price will be 10.5. This is how you can code it. You can nest as much as you can. Especially this formula works well on pay as you earn, this technique. because it's segmented. You know that for those that get a salary of say less than 4,800, they'll be at 0. Then you go on and graduate it. So you can use the nested if function. Are we there?
Yes, we are. Or I am at least.
Yes, sir.
Let's assume everyone is there. Like, yeah, it's okay. So this is how you do it. Please, with Excel, you need to practice. I know we are not yet doing financial modeling. As we transition to financial modeling, we'll be using these techniques, these tools that I'm giving you, and becomes much, much easier. So that was on the logicals on if function. I did show you that the if function will have three function arguments. One, the logical test. Second, if the logic has been met, what is the result? Or else, what do you get? But you can nest it or you can expand it. And this is what we are doing. And I showed you a practical example in which you can use your if function in determining discounted prices in your business. Okay, then we now go to relative and absolute. Relative and absolute referencing. What it is that most people do not appreciate, people who actually use spreadsheets do not appreciate the dollar signs. These dollar signs in a formula, they do not mean cash, no. Otherwise, in my humble me, I would have said that I was going to have so much money, but I'm broke. Because I use spreadsheets almost every day and I spend so many hours. So with those dollar signs, at least I was going to be okay. But it doesn't mean that. These dollar signs are anchors. They hold the formula. If you have a dollar sign, for example, a dollar sign like this, before a letter, what it means that you are actually locking a column. If you have a dollar sign after a letter, it means you are actually locking a row. If you have dollar signs all over, this is what we call absolute locking or anchoring. If you have no dollar signs, this is relative referencing. But then you can have mixed referencing. Okay. So you have the pricing. The unit, which is $450. And these are units that you have. We are actually going to do it wrongly first. If you do not lock, you have that price times this, the units there, and you take it down like this. You would have done it wrongly. It will be only the first cell where you get it correct. So if you go to formulas, you go to trace precedence, you will see how the formula is connected, the output. For the first one, it is okay. But as you go to this one, you find that it is hitting this number times the quantities there, and you get it wrong. If you go to trace precedence, this is what is going to happen. Why? It is because this cell, this formula is moving. As you move the formula down here, it is also moving. So you need to anchor it. You can absolutely anchor it, or you can just anchor the row. When you anchor that row, it will actually be in position. And this is how you do it. I know we looked at this. It will be this number here. So if you are looking for those with maybe nice laptops, you just use your functional key, F4. The functional key is where you have escape, F1, F2, you pick F4. You click F4, or you press F4. It will actually lock. For a laptop like mine, you pick FN, which is next to control, the tab next to control. You hold the F1 key and press F4. So I hold my FN and press F4. It will lock. If I want to unlock, I can still press that and keep on pressing like this, the same button, or the same key. So I've locked, I've anchored it, absolute anchoring. Then times the units here. On those units, in A3, I'm not going to anchor. I'll leave it relative. So that as I push the formula down, the cells, even that cell, the formula should be able to be relative. It should be moving as expected. So I'll press there and take it down. Good. So what I've done, if I come there, try to do some trace precedence or audit trails, it is hitting correctly. It is hitting the pricing, and also it is hitting the number of units. And I'm able to get the correct output. Are we there?
Yes, we are.
Very good.
Understood.
So we go to mixed referencing. Here on
Yes,
mixed
sir.
referencing, guys, what we're actually going to do, the numbers that we pick in here, this whole thing here, will lock the row. Then down here, we'll actually lock the column. We'll leave everything relative. And this is called mixed referencing. I know today's class, we are not taking so much time because I'm just trying first to reintroduce myself to you. That now we have started, and I'll commit my time and my skill sets to this group. And I'll be giving you challenges. We'll be looking at challenges that you actually face in your day-to-day operations. So here now, guys, we have this borrowing the principal, loan amounts. And we have scenarios that if you borrow at 7.5, what would be the interest? If you borrow at 8, what would be the interest? If you borrow 500 at 8, what would be the interest? If you borrow 1,000 or 1 million at 8.5, what would be the interest? So, like I said, this is where you would actually appreciate the science behind those dollar signs. So I said, the formula in here, once it touches here, we are actually going to lock the column so that the formula does not move. The columns, this formula here doesn't move like this. Then on the percentages, interest rates, we are actually going to lock the row so that it just moves within the row. So this is what we are going to do. Let's do it together. Equals, you pick the loan amount, lock the column, meaning there will only be $1 sign, and this dollar sign is going to be before a letter. So for me, I'll do FN, F4. Again, I'll press F4. Again, I'll press F4 so that I have this dollar sign that is locking the column. Move here, guys.
Yes.
Very good. Mm.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We get that.
Sure.
Yes, times B2.
Times
I'm trying to look you.
B1.
B1.
B1, guys, we are going to lock the row so that it moves like this, moves within the row.
So F,
If you lock the column, it moves within the column.
Mhm.
It cannot go into another column.
mhm.
Okay.
Again, FN, F4. FN, F4,
F4.
like this. So
That's
what
it.
it means there, Zara, is that I have locked the row. So it will only be allowed to move within the row. The other side, it will only be allowed to move within the column.
Mhm.
As it moves within the column, it means that it is allowed to move within the column. This side is allowed to move within the row. So done. Okay, then I'll pick this and do that. What I did here, so please do not get confused. What I did here, I did like this. So I press Control R so that I copy going this side. Then I also press Control D so that I copy downwards. So do not get confused.
Okay, Control R, Control D.
Control D, what I'm saying copy downwards or copy to the right, then
Down.
copy downwards. It's a sequence C. So when you check these numbers, they have been locked correctly. So I press precedence, you can see it's hitting this times that. If I come here, you will see that the formula is okay. It is hitting this number and hitting that number there.
Okay.
This is called mixed referencing. Once we are done,
Okay.
I'll post this on YouTube. You can follow the lesson religiously so. Hello, are we there?
Yes,
We are? Very good.
it's easy.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Mhm.
Okay.
So mixed.
Yeah. So
Ah,
please
thank you.
practice and get to understand these techniques. They'll help you greatly moving forward. So we go to the name range.
So mixed.
Mhm. So now, if you don't want to start anchoring, you can name this cell here, or you can name a range of cells. Currently, this cell, B2, it is known as B2. If you want, you can name it Zara, and it will be called Zara.
Hmm?
If you want that
it-
cell, you can name it Zara. I mean, it is not unusual to change names. Where the musician was called P. Diddy, from P. Diddy went to become Sean Combs or whatever, until Puff Daddy. We had someone who was calling himself Snoop Dogg. He moved from Snoop Dogg, he went to Snoop Lion. Then moved to Snoop Dogg again. So you can change these names. It's okay. It's okay. So then here now we can change this. You have so many ways in which you can actually name a cell or a range. One of the ways is to go into the name box. This is called name box. You have seen it? It's called name box. It's like you're going to the municipality and changing your name. So you can go in here and change. You just type the name that you want as long as you don't leave some space and press enter. Or you can go to the formulas. You have name manager here. This is the office of the name manager who names you. You can come here and define name. You can define the name. Or you can right click there and go and pick define name there. It's still the same thing. Or you can use a shortcut where you press out and MMD. Not out UPND, not out PF, not out whatever, or PEP, out MMD. It's a shortcut. You should be able to name that cell. Are we there? So when you're in that cell, just press out MMD and name that cell. Let's name this cell as tariff. I'm used to tariffs, not price. Name it tariff. That's okay. So that cell, it is no longer recognized as B2. That cell now, its official name is tariff. Press OK. Now that we have named it as tariff, there's no need to anchor. There is absolutely no need to anchor. Are you getting me? The problem is that you're all muted, so I don't even know. Possibly I'm talking to myself. Most certainly.
We're
We're getting
here.
a
We're
question.
here.
Okay, that's very good. Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're
now,
here.
here, what you do, you don't need to anchor. You don't need to put those dollar signs. You just type equals tariff. I can press tab the moment I see it there, times, I pick this number, A3, and press enter. It's so exciting for people who are getting to learn the technique, spreadsheet techniques, to use these techniques, like name range, what. But for a seasoned financial modeler, they try by all means to reduce the name ranges because they can distort the financial model. This is why you find, I don't know if you have observed, where you open a worksheet, you find a name error. Just know that that cell, there was a cell which was named. Press enter, take it down there. Good. Let me just pick a call, guys. Sorry, my network is not okay, but will be done soon. That is basically on the named range. Now I have a challenge here, guys. The challenge is to calculate how many work days fall between due dates. You'll find maybe this challenge will show you how to perform the calculation for a company that works 5, 6, or 7 days a week, like Zara. And it works so many days in a week. So you have a holidays. You can, those that are in Zambia, you can have your Zambian holidays here. You list them, right? For those that are in the UK, you can also list your numbers, your holidays. You're trying to come up with an intelligent model for your workplace. Then here now, you show your start date. Obviously, I had to push in the days. If you check, if I do control 1 here, you'll be able to see this is what I did. I changed the formatting so that you're able to see even the day. Yeah, you have that. My internet is not stable, guys. So if you want to get your work days, how many days? And playing around with dates. Heading to load. What are you seeing on the screen?
Pardon?
What are you
We
seeing
can't
on
see
the
you.
screen? Yeah,
Black.
my
It's
internet
Patrick.
is extremely bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try the other connection. Just try the other. Mhm. Trying another network. My phone network has been bad and bad and bad and bad.
Okay.
You're not seeing anything, huh?
It's showing now.
Okay. So let's move
Showing.
quickly. So here, guys, what you
Mhm.
use. What you use, there's a function called equals network days. So press enter, press tab, and control A. I'll be a bit faster. So what is the start date? This is the start date in B9. What is the end date, guys? The end date in C9. Which holidays you have? So you have programmed your Zambian holidays, or you have programmed your UK holidays in the case of Zara. Then you actually pick the whole range there and lock it. Please lock it so that it doesn't move. Once you're done, you can then press OK. And take it down like this. Are we there? So try to practice, guys. Just meeting someone by
No.
the mall. Let's meet on Saturday afternoon after those that actually go to church on Saturday. After church, then let's meet.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you about today's lecture because
Mhm.
I have to go and meet some people. But this is how it works. Who has managed to do this?
I've managed.
Thank you, Eliza. So what you
What did
do,
you
how
do?
you practice?
Mm,
Go
mhm.
on Google, check the Zambian holidays. Put all the Zambian holidays in a very nice format. Then try now using your start date and your end date. Say in the month of January. You can say in January, February, March, April, up to December. You put the first date up and the last date, the first date and the last date. To show you how many days, work days are in a particular month, which you can use, you can model some leave forms. When people are actually entering the leave forms, whatever, you can still use this formula and to be able to show them exactly how many work days are there. This is
Mhm.
today's challenge. Let's meet on Saturday. There will be more challenges. Every day I'll be giving you a challenge that you can use and keep practicing so that when you go to the office, people are able to see that you're a guru already. Take it before
Can I please see your formula on work days?
So
On
this
that
is how it
6,
works.
just put.
Let me do this.
Sorry,
Equals
just
network days.
okay. Network.
So which is the start date? This is the start date. So in
Yes.
there, say 1st January. You go to the end date, which will be possibly the 30th or whatever January. You put it in there. and you check how many
Oh,
holidays
did you?
you have. So you click all the holidays that you have. You lock them and press OK.
Oh, it's this thing that didn't come up.
Mm.
How did you get that? Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for today's lecture. After seeing you a long time, I missed you guys. You now get tired of my ugly face as we move forward. Thank you so much. You have time to watch a video on YouTube. I'll send it today and follow it through, but come up with a practical example on what we have looked at on today's challenge. I'll be giving you challenges on every day and showing how you tackle them. Thank you. Natotela sana, ndalumba, nitumeza hulu. Nasakulila mwane, kompambili
Thank you.
naenda.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you very much for creating the time.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.